So after the Anti-Pop album in 1999 and the following tour, Primus went on hiatus. And Les Claypool puts it, they basically broke up, but they left it open-ended. So if they wanted to do something again, they could. And what happened is they decided to release a career-spanning retrospective DVD in 2003, October 7th, 2003. And this included all their videos, included some short films, included a lot of live footage, a lot of rare live footage. And they also decided to record some new music for this. They put out an EP with the collection. The collection altogether was called Animals Should Not Try to Act Like People. Interesting name. It was inspired by a storybook that Larry Lalonde, the guitar player, his son, wrote. So they get back together to do this. They get Tim Herb Alexander back, who hadn't recorded with them since Tales from the Punch Bowl in 1995. He left the band in 1996. So it had been quite a while, 7 years since they've even played with him. They got together, they wrote 5 songs. And from the way Les puts it, they wrote it very quickly. They wrote 2 within the first day, I hear. And the song Filter Squad, they wrote and recorded within a few hours, is what he says. And so they released this. It's the first new Primus in 4 years. The first new Primus with Herb, Tim Alexander, in 8 years. So this is a big deal. This is the classic Primus lineup. And the DVD is amazing. Anyone who's a fan of Primus should own this. All their videos up to this point, not all their concert footage, obviously, but a lot of live footage, a lot of really rare live footage. They have cheesy home video on this, which was released back around when the Sailing the Seas of Cheese came out. And it was really hard to find, but it's included on this. And it also has an EP with 5 new songs. What more can you really ask for? This is actually, unfortunately, this is kind of hard to find now. I was actually listening to it recently, so I actually have my copy right here. And see the back. Kind of a cool picture on the back. See new studio recordings, original music, and music videos. My case is a little beat up. But yeah, I don't feel like opening the whole thing, but you can see it's got like the DVD, and it also has the EP inside it. So if you can find it somewhere, grab it. And you're a Primus fan, grab this. It's a great thing to have. I thought I lost it at one point, so I was looking around for it to see if I could buy it for a good price somewhere, and I couldn't. But then I found it, so hooray for me. This is actually their 3rd EP, and it's their first EP of all original material. Their other 2 EPs were mainly cover songs. So let's get to these songs. There's 5 brand new songs from the classic Primus lineup on this. And the first one is called The Carpenter and the Dainty Bride. It's basically, it opens up with a crazy bass line and just builds up and gets some heavy guitar from Lair and some quirky, strange guitar from him, of course, like you always do. And the lyrics are basically about the unattainable idea of pure happiness. And, you know, most people, no matter how good they're doing in life, well, not everybody, but a lot of people, no matter how good they're doing, they always think they could be doing better. This person's probably, if I was on this side, you know, grass is always greener on the other side. And they say that in the song a few times. And it's a destructive way of thinking. And everybody has their problems. You might be going through some shit. Believe me, everyone's going through something. And that's basically what this song's about. There's some murder involved in the song. And it's just a really, really great song. The bass line is crazy, like I said. It's a wonderful song. It's this whole EP to me is a return to form for Primus. I really like the Brown album. I like anti-pop, but I love this. I love how they go back to just sounding like Primus. Not that the other stuff didn't sound like Primus, but it was a little different. Okay, number 2 is Pilcher Squad. It's about a guy named Sergeant Norman Pilcher, who was, I believe he worked for the British police in the 60s, and he used to plant drugs. He used to plant drugs to frame pop stars at the time. John Lennon, George Harrison, Keith Richards, Mick Jagger. He would frame them so they would, get arrested and possibly go to jail. But eventually he was caught and he ended up going to jail. Rightfully so. But the song is great. It's the shortest one on this. It's really short. It's just straight to the point. Classic Primus. There's a really short guitar solo, if you can call it that, from Lair in this. It's just amazing. And it's just Primus at their peak. Well, I don't know about their peak, but it's classic Primus. Okay, number 3, Marry the Ice Cube. It's really about like a guy who loves an ice cube, and is sad that it's melting, and he says repeatedly, doesn't anything last forever? I see it as, it representing death, and when you're really attached to something or someone, the thought of losing them is sometimes paralyzing, and that's what seems to be going on in the song. Using an ice cube to represent something or someone that you're really attached to and can't imagine being without, and just, the specter of death looming over everything. It seems like a silly song, but it's got some deep meaning. As a lot of Primus' songs seem to be like that. It's some wonderful bass in this, some wonderful melodic bass in this song. I love it. And later in the song, he steps on that pedal, and some great fucking bass sound after that. Okay, number 4, The Last Superpower, aka Rapscallion. Basically a song about George W. Bush. This came out while he was president. Les Claypool and the band were no fans of his. It references the Gulf War, the Iraq War, and his disinterest in conservation or the environment. He says he eats California condor for his Thanksgiving meal, which California condor is an endangered species, going back to the not really respecting the environment or anything else. And I don't know. It's a good song. I don't know what your politics are. I'm neither Republican or Democrat. I have my problems with both sides. I was no fan of George W. Bush, so this song, I really like the song. It's a little longer. It's one of the longer. They're all pretty long songs except for Pilcher Squad, so be prepared for that, I have no problem with. Number 5 is My Friend Fats, about a man who indulges himself in drugs and alcohol, but likes to keep around people. He likes to be the life of the party. He doesn't like to be alone with his own thoughts, and can't really face reality. Doesn't want to get out of the life he's leading. They make him sound in the song like, he's a hell of a guy, but he's got these problems, and it's messed up. Another character song from Primus. Okay, and that is Animals Should Not Try to Act Like People. 2003 EP. 5 brand new songs from the classic Primus lineup. And I love this. The DVD is amazing. The songs are amazing. And I would give the collection as a whole, I would give it an 8.5. So, yeah. Check that out. I see this as a must-own if you love Primus as much as I don't know if anyone loves Primus as much as I do. But if you love Primus, you like Primus even, check this out. If you can find it anywhere. My guess would be eBay or like a used store where you can buy used CDs. But yeah, check that out. I'm flying through these Primus reviews because there's some more reviews I want to get to. So these are going to be coming fast and furious. So got 2 more. So I'll see you later, guys. Primus sucks.